the first time I was at a tech conference was the Cebit. It was mid-90s, I think 1995 or 1996. And back then the big thing was, of course, the Internet.
Diesen Computer, der interessiert mich jetzt und ich werde jetzt mal zum Internet hingehen und begrüße dort dann den Kollegen Steinberg, der hoffentlich für uns eine Verbindung hergestellt hat.
But that's not my point. What I wanted to talk about today is more the topic of AI, which is again this kind of buzzword. And it feels like we're back in the mid-90s when people were talking about the Internet, but you didn't 100% have a clue what the potential of that thing was. And just imagine you would try to explain someone in the mid-90s what the Internet is. As I said at the beginning, the Cebit was actually the conference that brought me to the Internet, to tech. Yeah. Deutsche Messe is running different fairs, but yeah. Cebit is one product.
Cebit is one product, and so what we saw and what we learned from all our customers, the expectation is more to have like a more fun event, like a festival, like the other fairs are doing it. So we decided to move the Cebit into the summer, so it will take place next year in June. And we will move to a different location on our side where we can offer really these outdoor experience with music and festivals.
Nice. Wir werden das Freigelände als Campus nutzen.
Ja.
Da gibt es 3 Formate: die Economy, Digitalisierung von Unternehmen und öffentlichem Sektor, die Talk, das sind die ganzen Konferenzen, die wir machen, die in die Mitte der jeweiligen Bereiche überlegt werden, und die Tech, das ist Startups, die ganzen Technologien, Drohnen, vorhin.
Ja. Ja.
Und in der Mitte der Campus und mit einer ganz neuen Zielgruppe.
This is Ray Kurzweil interview. If you consider that there are now different strategies in terms of AI. One country that is really going into AI is China, for sure, because they have this very close cooperation between universities, the companies, and the government. What would you say could we do here in terms of AI?
And if there's a breakthrough by some AI scientists in China, we all benefit because this information is pretty global. China has decided that entrepreneurship is important. That's been a very recent phenomenon. When I was there 5 years ago, the emphasis was on advanced education, and they were starting a lot of universities, and lots of PhDs being created in many fields. I was there a couple of years ago, and everything was entrepreneurship. There were thousands of entrepreneurs in venture capital and angel capital.
2029 is when I think computers will reach human intelligence.
Okay, my question is, what makes you so certain in these many things? What gives you this certainty?
I'll talk about that. It's a good question. But the exponential progression of information technology has been remarkably predictable.
Okay.
And I had these very smooth curves, which I'll show, up through 1980, in 1981. Projected them out to 2050. We're now in 2017. It's right where it should be. So this is remarkably predictable. And from that, you can make certain kinds of predictions.
Thank you so much. AI is not snake oil. If you take an algorithm from the old world, you had to code it, hard code it, and it would repeat and repeat what it would do, but just that piece. A neural net is coded in a way that it takes the results of one calculation and applies that, and applies that, and applies that. And what changed, because AI is quite old, the process of AI is quite old, like 50 years, but what changed is the computing power. It's so enormous that we now have the capability to have millions of these calculations in almost no time. And that's why I think it's interesting to be here, because AI is like in the mid-90s when I was here, the internet of the next 20 years. So I will keep an eye on that for sure. And now we should go and ask some questions. I actually have a rule, I never run. I actually never run anywhere. Not to a plane, not to a train, never. Let's go. Du machst keinen Sport. Sport is very important. Sorry. Nein! Oh, shit.